It's time for Top That Trade. Let's bring in a couple of our stars to play our trader game. Phil Flynn, a Fox Business Network contributor, and Alan Knuckman, the chief market strategist at St. Paul Research. Here we go. Round number one. Time to load up ARK. The Cathie Wood ARK Innovation ETA looks like it could drown following a steep sell-off. Would you jump ship?
Well, the ARK Innovation Fund, like the NASDAQ itself, is 10% off the lows from just last week. So we've seen a big bounce off that bottom. Now, is it for real? We'll have to see, but it is down 50% in the last year. So for those people that are abandoning the ARK now, I don't know. I think the risk reward may be set up for a little bit positive on the upside. Let's remember, over the last 5 years, even with this 50% sell-off, it's still up 220% since February 2017.
Yeah, don't get off the ARK just yet. That's what happened to the unicorns and what happened to them, right? You know, I think Cathie Wood's innovative technology, it's here, it's going to stay. And maybe this particular fund is really getting beat up because of its notoriety. You know, she was the first one doing this. You know, right now she has a lot of redemptions. She's being forced to sell some stocks that she really likes. She's a big believer in Tesla. She thinks it's going a heck of a lot higher than it is now, but she has to sell it because people want out. Usually you want to buy when there's blood on the street. It's a very difficult trade, but you know, when you look at this, you're going to have losers in this fund. Why? Because not all innovation technology stocks take off, but the ones that do, hopefully, will more than offset the losses. So from a long-term perspective, I like it.
All right, there's one person in this marketplace that we see regularly that's now getting very bearish on it, and there's actually an ETF that tracks the opposite of the ARK. It's called SARK. So that person getting bearish makes me bullish.
Interesting.
Round number two, green gold. Gold mines are reopening and some propose new green gold. What do you think this does for the price of old gold?
Well, potentially it means more supply because when prices get high, technologies come in. And to be honest with you, I think it's interesting, right? And what this is the mind of man, right? They find something of value. It's not worth getting out of the ground. It's not economically. And then, of course, technology comes. Somebody builds a better mousetrap. That's how it happened with the U.S. shale industry. But some of the concern, of course, is mining for these old gold mines. There's a lot of bad minerals and stuff. It's not very clean. But we better figure out cleaner ways to do it because we're going to be doing a lot of mining in the future because we want to go electric with vehicles, right? So this might be a good test case. Listen, if we're going to electrify America like the Biden administration wants to, we're going to have to mine a lot. We're going to have to get a lot of rare earth minerals. So this might be a good test to see if you'd actually do it green because this is a small scale project compared to electrifying America.
Well, the biggest nickel mine in America, which is obviously used in EVs, is batteries anyways, is just up the road a piece from my Michigan house. So I'm very much in tune with that. But what we're seeing here is a proposal by some to not actually mine the gold in the ground, but to have a certificate based upon they know how many ounces are in the ground and the yield and so forth. And you just trade that and you don't actually take it out of the ground. So you trade the stock just based upon its deposits. That's interesting in itself. But I think gold has had every excuse in the world to go up. And if we adjust for the price of inflation, the 1980 high at $800, that corresponds to $2,700 now. So we still have a lot more upside.
Round number three, follow the money. U.S. lawmakers traded $350 million worth of stock last year. Would you follow that money trail?
Well, I'll try to eat any market any time that I see the opportunity in. But some of the big money was spent on big stocks that obviously have been great performers: Apple, Facebook, Google, and Microsoft. So, you know, you can't complain with that. Where I have a problem is if they trade an obscure stock where they can have an impact based upon some new government rule or some new government contract, that is illegal. That is wrong. But just trading for the sake of trading, they should have the same opportunities that everyone has.
I would agree with that. You know, and I think what this does is raise a question about inside trading rules overall. Should they be looked at? I mean, for example, the insider trading rules that apply to companies and me and you actually different from those in Congress? Because right now it is absolutely legal for people in Congress to trade stocks on inside information. That's not the case for everybody else. I say level the playing field. Either let the inside trading rules for everybody or make everybody adhere to them. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying we should. I mean, but hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right?
Right.
Here's your bonus round question for today. So winter tickers. Which ticker did I make up? Will it be snow, drift, or cold?
I'm going to think you made up drift because I just shoveled a 7-foot drift. I had to shovel out the shovel. That wasn't fun.
I think it's drift too. So I think we're on the same page on this one.
Well, you are both winners this week. Thank you so much. Great job once again. Don't drift away. Business First AM will be right back. Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.